Jonah Stupar. I'm a junior here, play center on the O-line. I think we're going into the RMAC play. You know, every team in the RMAC's getting a lot better, and I think we are too. So, you know, it's a big statement game. You're going off a 0-2 kind of slide, so this is where you kind of get it right. So, excited to play this game. I think we have a good game plan, and I think we can do some good things Saturday.
Coach Riston mentioned that you guys are kind of there, you just can't finish on some plays. Like you referenced a 3rd and long and another play. So and I asked him this too, like how do you finish those plays? Like what does it take to kind of get over that hump and convert that 3rd down to a 1st down?
Yeah. I think, you know, it starts in practice, finishing each play in practice. You know, sometimes, especially as you get older, you have a little tendency to maybe let practice slide, but, you know, there's something you can work on every play, something you can get better at every play. So I just think when he says finishing, he means you're going through the echo of the whistle, trying to get everything done. And if you do those things, you know, you'll convert big plays.
And then part of the O-line is part of the offense. Your biggest challenge going up against Black State?
You know, I think their D-line is the strength of their team. You know, they got some pretty big dudes up front, but, you know, if we play our game, everybody does their job. I think we have a good game plan to get some things going. So, yeah, excited for it.
And then starting conference play, I mean, where do you guys feel like you stack up and rank in the RMAC?
You know, I'm a CSU Pueblo guy. I think we're number 1. I think we always will be number 1. So, you know, that's the mentality we have going into each game, and that's the mentality we're going to keep having.
Talk about the transition from being a guard and moving to center. And, you know, in the NFL, they say you have to know those 2 positions.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're a tackle, you have to know both sides of the ball. But what has been the transition like to move it from one position to another?
You know, inside interior line is interior line. You know, you have to be physical. You can't really make anything look pretty. You kind of just have to be a big pig in the middle. That's how Simon puts it. But, you know, that transition, obviously snapping the ball, you have to get used to that. But the nice thing is all the plays kind of go hand in hand. So if you understand the playbook at guard, you can figure it out at center.
Do you have to make calls as a center? Are you the guy that
Yeah, so I'll call out the fronts and, yeah, I like to say I'm the captain of the O-line. I'm sure we have some guys that'll disagree with me, but, you know, it's you calling out fronts, calling out blocking schemes, and that's kind of the way we do it.
And talk about, you know, being a hometown kid, you know, playing in your hometown, you know, stadium and city, and what that's been like. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of guys have made it here
Mm-hmm.
from Pueblo. You know, we've got a few, but, you know, you got to feel fortunate because it's a grind to get on the field.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people take for granted how hard it is to play here. You know, they see D2 and maybe they don't think of it as highly, but you come in here and you stack up against all these guys, you realize, hey, you have to be a player to play here. But being a hometown guy, you know, the greatest gift that I have is that my parents could come watch every game, you know, and I'm lucky enough to be one of those guys that, you know, from the time I was a little kid, they always came. So given them that opportunity to come see me play is kind of, you know, like I enjoy that. You know, it's something I could give back to them. And, you know, being a Pueblo guy, it's I enjoy it, you know. And some people may say, oh, you know, why don't you go somewhere else? But I love Pueblo. I've lived here my entire life, and it's what I know, it's what I enjoy. So I don't regret it at all.
And then last thing for me, when is the moment you knew that, hey, you know what, I can play here? Because I know you come in as a freshman and you see all these big guys and you guys are faster, bigger, stronger than you know, and there's always a moment, I think, for a guy who ends up starting. Tell us about that moment when that happened.
You know, we were practicing early. It was my first couple days practicing full pads, and I was going up against a guy named Deion Sizer who played a few years in the NFL. I think he still might be there. And I didn't beat him often, but one play, I don't even know if you could call it a win, but I didn't get beat. You know, it was kind of just a stalemate. And I said, you know, maybe I could do this. Then from there, the confidence just built, and having more confidence as a player in my ability and saying, you know what, you're a big, strong guy. You know what you're doing, so just go out there and do it. So I'd say that first play against Deion was the play I knew, like, maybe you could do it.